What's up, everybody? So it's only 6 o'clock in the morning where I live right now, and I'm just laying in bed watching different videos about people talking about aliens and stuff like that. And I kind of had a crazy idea. I kind of have to get it out of my brain, get it off my chest, as they say. Um, so we humans, we create a lot of stuff. We create buildings and structures. Housing communities. Um, And even one of the craziest things that I've heard built is, I think in Dubai, it is, or like we manufacture islands, and I think it's in Dubai. And they take like a bunch of sand from somewhere and they pour a bunch of sand in the ocean and create like artificial islands, right? So us humans create a lot of stuff. Okay. But now, like, say you're an animal, like, I don't know, say a bird or something like that, and you land on a building, or say you're a bird and say you land on one of those artificial islands that humans have created. You don't know the bird, if you're the bird, you don't know, probably, I'm assuming, that a human has created it. If you're a bird and you're flying Dubai and you land on one of those artificial islands that was created by humans, you're just like, it's an island like any other island. You're not thinking that some species that's greater than you has created it. And it's the same thing if you're a bird and you land on the top of a house. I think about this sometimes. Say you're a bird or a squirrel or whatever, you don't recognize that this house was created by another species. I'm sure they differentiate a house, from, obviously from a tree or from a hill or something like that. But still, they don't, a squirrel or a raccoon or whatever, it doesn't know, oh, hey, a human created this house or this building. To them, it's just like something to land on or to live in, whatever, 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 right? I'm assuming this is from an animal's mind's perspective. So anyhow, the crazy thought that I had is, what if galaxies, okay, we humans look at galaxies, something that's naturally created, from gravity pulls all this, the stuff in, like a black hole pulls all kinds of stuff in and whatever, a galaxy is created by natural means, from gravity and stars, everything pulling stuff together, whatever, right? We assume that galaxies are naturally created things. But my point is, what if galaxies are not naturally created things? What if galaxies are just gigantic neighborhoods created by alien civilizations? Just, when I was thinking about this, because I started thinking about like huge housing communities and stuff, right? Say you take just a gigantic housing community or any kind of this really big structure. Like I said, an animal looking at that, it doesn't, even if an animal could be like, oh, wow, this is a really big thing, whatever it is, it doesn't know that another species put all this stuff together in one spot. It just thinks it's natural. A bird doesn't know that humans created, that a greater species created this, right? And so, what if we're just really ignorant and we don't know that another species put all these things together? We're assuming that a galaxy is just a natural structure, that things just happen to form and clump together like that. But what if it's not? What if all these galaxies are just basically gigantic neighborhoods that are owned, for lack of a better word, by some alien species? Just like, a country is dominant, like we have the United States, for example, right? An animal really doesn't know that there's this whole big area that's like defined by a certain people, and that they claim this territory, basically. you know Say you're a bird and every year you travel from the west coast of the United States all the way to the east coast of the United States. To you, it's just a natural land, but you don't know that that land, your bird, you don't know that that land is controlled by humans, and that humans section it off, and they build walls and whatever to keep other humans out. and then they build all the structures within this country, so on and so forth. You're a bird, you just assume it's just there's just stuff like a mountain or a tree, a house. It's just different stuff that's in the earth, right? You just think it's just something different, right? You don't realize, but in actuality, it's this human created stuff, human blocked off walls, and like I said, building structures, so on and so forth. It's a human organized thing to block off, hey, this is our country, United States, this is our country, right? Well, what if there's some alien species and they basically created a galaxy, sectioned it off, for lack of a better word, they sectioned off just like we would a country or whatever, and this is theirs. Maybe there's some super intelligent species in the Milky Way galaxy that owns it, controls it, whatever, that's theirs. And another galaxy, Andromeda or whatever, that's another species galaxy. Kind of think of it like different galaxies as like, say the Milky Way is like United States and Andromeda galaxy is like Russia. Again, we humans, the inferior species, we think, oh, a galaxy, like I said, it's just a natural structure, kind of created by the universe or whatever. But what if it's not? What if all the stars and the black holes and all that stuff was pulled in and put together and maybe even put in a certain order and so on and so on and so on by some just super advanced species? Galaxy, when I thought about this, just blew my mind. Is it crazy? Probably. Some of you probably just gonna no, you're nuts, whatever. Maybe I am nuts. I don't know. But I mean, like I said, just think about it. Think from like an animal's perspective. Whatever animal, or you're a cow, you're whatever. You don't know that all these structures, all these things are put together by humans. You're just like, oh, it's just another thing, just another whatever, And so us looking up at the stars or in our own galaxy and all that, we're just assuming, oh, it's just another just natural structure, but we're just like dumb cows here on Earth, and we don't realize that this whole big structure is actually controlled and put together by a greater, smarter, way, 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 way smarter species. What do you think? Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's early. Maybe I need to go back to sleep. I don't know.